how's the client supposed to know who's really representing their best interest? How are they supposed to know, are they getting the best deal possible? You've got the landlord side and you've got the tenant side. And oftentimes when a tenant is being represented, they don't quite understand that the firm of the broker that's representing their interest may also be representing the landlord side. And the landlord's typically the bigger client in the negotiation. So oftentimes the tenant finds themselves on the shorter end of the deal. It's really been one of the issues that we've been at the forefront of for many years. The conflict of interest issue, which finally the legal system is taking note of the fact that there are firms practicing real estate in a manner that isn't to the tenant's advantage, and that's where this lawsuit came from. They recognized that JLL had practiced non-disclosed dual agency, and they came and they told JLL they couldn't collect half their fee. And this has really been a problem in our industry for many years, where some of the larger national firms haven't disclosed that they're really on both sides of the transaction. In the course of any negotiation, there's obviously a number of terms that need to be negotiated, but the big three generally that tenants pay the most attention to are rent, tenant improvement allowances, and free rent periods. And when you're being represented by a brokerage firm that also represents the landlord, as in this case with JLL, how do you as a tenant know that that broker isn't leaving something on the table? Hopefully it raises awareness among the tenant community that the level of independence required by your representative is critical to ultimately making sure that you get the most aggressive terms possible. And we've made sure that our clients really appreciate the nuance of being strictly tenant side. But I think as we continue to see these types of issues occur in the marketplace, and I'm certain this won't be the last, it'll become even more clear to the tenant community that these conflicts are really meaningful and that there's a better way to approach the negotiations with a firm like ours.